The STEM Society.
What's poppin', people? My name is Cole Jackson. This is the STEM Society. Welcome back. I got two stories on the docket this week. I'm going to give my opinion about the newest Vince Staples video, Black Marmalade. But before I get into that, let's talk Meg the Stallion and Klay Thompson. Let's sit down and have this conversation today. If I didn't have this conversation, it would be crazy. This past weekend, Meg the Stallion decided to post on her IG stories that Klay cheated on her. He cheated. She was doing all the things she was supposed to do as a woman in a relationship, wifely things. I'm going to see the parents, all of those things. She explained it in that post. And the internet does what it always does, pick sides. I've seen so much vitriol and so much hate towards men and women. It was ridiculous. People are going at each other's throats about this. And then while I'm scrolling through social media, one of the more popular podcasters in the UK, her name's Madam Joyce, had her personal opinion about the Meg and Klay situation. Listen to what she had to say about this.
We didn't know Klay Thompson before Meg the Stallion. We didn't know Stephon Diggs before Cardi B. And while these guys have more money than these girls have social and global influence. Meg the Stallion made Klay a global star, whether he wants to admit or not. These men like to use these women for come-ups and for social status because, don't ever get it twisted, girls. Social currency is still a currency. If you are well known in your circle and you are well respected, a guy can use that for social come-up because being with you makes him look good. If Meg the Stallion is dating him, he must be popping. He must be giving guys. You need to be very, very careful because guys are users just like girls.
When I first seen this video, I was pissed off. One, because that's a very biased opinion. And for you to not even know the NBA here in the UK, I mean, come on, Madam Joyce. We know better than that, right? Let's not do that, okay? But the more I looked at social media and the more I seen how people were posting, that's the norm. People are picking one side or the other when it comes to the situation about two people that they don't necessarily know. It's scary. Y'all don't know these people and y'all are doing everything from calling him a piece of trash to putting witch spells on him. I'm not lying. There's videos out here of people actually putting witch spells on Klay Thompson. And you know what made it even worse? There was a rumor that Lexi Brown from Gil's Arena was dating him, and that was the woman that he cheated on. They tried to go to that girl's page, and it's just the amount of stalking that a lot of you people do over these celebrities and their relationships is scary. I'm not even going to use the word weird because weird is actually a good sign. Scary is to the point where I feel like y'all would probably try to shoot this man if you seen him out. It's unbelievable how so many people can get it wrong about a person that they don't necessarily know. And I'm not saying Klay was the most famous person in the world, but I'm not going to sit up here and say Meg the Stallion made him who he is. I have been following Klay since he got drafted to the Golden State Warriors. I've been a Warriors fan all my life. So I know who Klay is. I follow basketball. But the ignorance that come with a lot of people and their investment in other people's relationships, that shit looks like it's like a madhouse out here. And nobody really understands why they're choosing a side. They just know they have to choose a side. It's Drake and Kendrick all over again. The tribalism thing has just been something that Black culture has been celebrating for so many years, and it's unbelievable. So when I look at it, I'm like, well, I know who Klay Thompson is just by watching basketball. 4-time NBA champion. He's a gold medalist in the Olympics. He's one of the greatest shooters God ever created next to Steph Curry. I know these things about him. I've never seen Klay be public in his relationships. I've never seen Klay get in any trouble as far as abuse. I've never seen him wave guns around in strip clubs. He's been a model citizen. The problem is he can't keep his dick in his pants. But it's magnified because of who he is. And that seems to be like the biggest problem I'm having with this thing. A lot of people on social media currently feel as if we have to pick one side or the other when we don't even know what happened in the relationship. We don't know what these people was doing. We don't know what they were going through. All we know is one person got to social media first and told their side of the story. And now Klay Thompson's the worst person in the world. Not just Klay Thompson, every black man that actually breathes air is the worst person in the world. Wow. Really? Is that how we doing things these days? And on the other end of that, Meg is the biggest hoe in the world now. She slept with so many people. All of the whole industry slept with her. He has every right to just hit it and get out of here and cheat on her. She's not worth his time or his effort. That's where we're going with this right now. I personally look at it like this. There was no reason for her to publicly put this out here in the atmosphere. And for some strange reason, and that's just how my brain works when it comes to social media or when it comes to just anything, it just felt like a PR stunt because she's a rapper, and not just a female rapper, but a rapper. And rappers tend to do shit for attention, or rappers do shit to be able to get people on their side when they have other things going on. I think her PR team should be fired because at the end of the day, that was nothing but a setup to have people just jump down Klay's throat and just make him look like the worst person in the world. Facts. I would have never done that. If you guys were in a meaningful relationship, just like how you put in that post, you should have respected him just a little bit, just a tad, to be able to say, let's just handle this behind the scenes. Instead, you have everybody jumping down this man's throat, making him look like he's just the worst. He just came out of the gutter. He's just a slimy, scumbag ass nigga. And it sucks because it didn't even have to go that way. Let's look at the other side of things, though. And that's where things get real fucked up. Meg Thee Stallion is carrying this Tory Lanez weight around her neck, and it's never going to go away because people just hate that situation. The fact that this man who was on top of the world at one point in time had to go to jail behind a night that still hasn't had really the full truth come out, because I don't care what you say, I know Tory's in jail, but everybody in that whole trial lied. Meg lied, Kelsey lied, Tory Lanez lied. We'll never get the real story behind what really happened. Now, Tory's paying for it by doing jail time. Meg is paying for it by her career or her reputation being hurt. She's always going to be looked at as somebody who put an innocent man in jail no matter what the verdict is going to be. And that's the truth. She tainted a lot of what her career is because of that situation. And I'm not saying she asked for it. I'm just saying it is what it is. People tend to not forget certain things that happen in people's career, and that person has to pay for it for the rest of their life. Ask Chris Brown. He'll tell you. He's been dealing with that stuff for the longest time too. No one's ever going to let that down. So do you think it's smart to be able to put people on the attack of somebody that you said that you were in a relationship with and you once loved? Do you think that's fair? Because you go through it yourself every day. And again, I'm not blaming Meg, because again, it happens in relationships. People are unfaithful. Somebody's going to get cheated on. Things fuck up. But the problem is you're a celebrity that put your relationship out in public, and now the scrutiny and the backlash and the hate and the vitriol is going to come from you making one post that you should have never posted in the beginning. And I can't tell people how to live their life. I can't tell people how not to make mistakes. She's from that era of, if I feel it, I post it. And if I post it, you guys know how it is. And maybe I'll get somebody to say, it's all right, girl. We hear you. By no means am I going to sit up here and put all of this on her like that, because you have a team, you have people who actually are supposed to manage some of this stuff. And I really just wish they would have took time out to just kind of just say, hey, girl, you shouldn't have did that. Don't do that. Let's handle this another way, unless they wanted this unwarranted attention. Wise man once said, there's no such thing as bad publicity. I'll wrap this up by saying this. because I didn't want to go too long on here. I hate the fact that we have to talk more about Meg's personal life than we do her music. I've always been a fan of Meg. I think she's very talented. I remember her going viral for the 2019 South by Southwest freestyle. I think that was the moment where I was like, she is really going to be a star. And I followed her ever since. And I really do feel like she can make good music. Now, has she been making good music here recently? The albums haven't been really hitting like they supposed to. Now, who do I blame that on her being a bad rapper? No. But she's a brand influencer now. She's a person that gets deals. And in this era of hip hop, it's really more about doing the brand deals to get paid, and the rapping comes second. The music is not really focused on like it used to be. So she's going through the typical stuff that artists go through. But at the end of the day, shouldn't we be talking more about Meg's music than anything else? Because she is a rapper. She does drop albums. She's got several right now. Shouldn't we be focused on that more than focusing on her personal life or or the allegations or everything that comes behind, everything that's personal in her life? Why is that the focus now? Is it because of what she wanted it to be? Is it because of her team? What is it? I'm confused. I didn't really know how I was going to really land this plane because I really just wanted to get some shit off my chest, because seeing people post about a relationship that they're invested in that none of us know anything about yet and still sucks. It's one of the worst things in the world. I could be having conversations about new artists or new music, and instead I'm sitting up here talking about this Meg versus Klay thing, and it's actually kind of sad. Tell me what you think. Do you think that this whole Meg Thee Stallion thing could have been avoided if she never would have posted? Do you think she has the right to post these things? And do you think that people have the right to go in on Klay Thompson like they have been? Let me know down below. Speaking of going in, Vince Staples just dropped his newest video, Blackberry Marmalade. Vince Staples, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube or not, but I'm going to try it anyway. Vince Staples gives us a first-person view of a mass shooting. You see Vince get shot first. You see the shooter go into this coffee shop and shoot up a lot of black people. And then you see the shooter self-transition. And the pushback behind this video has been coming forward because people don't like the imagery. People don't look like the message. It's been said that YouTube has age restricted this video. Vince actually came on Twitter to address that. Here's what he had to say about it. YouTube has age restricted the Blackberry Marmalade video. So if you are over the age of 18, make sure you share it with the youth around you. Our children deserve the truth. Vince has been very vocal about this video and the message he's trying to send. Now, the internet has been pushing back on this video because, one, they don't like the sound. Two, they think the imagery is too far. And three, people are really thinking that Vince Staples has lost his mind. I'll be honest with you. I think we should let Vince Staples give us the message that he's been trying to give us however he wants to give it to us. I like the sound of the song. I think the music is good. The imagery that it gave us as well, clearly he's trying to tell us something about mass shooting and black people, how they intertwine, how this stuff works, and why this happens to us, or why this happens in certain places. This happens at a coffee shop in Burbank. So it's not like they're in the hood for real. And the people who are in the video aren't doing anything but drinking coffee and having a good time. And it is nothing but black men who get shot in here. So clearly there's a message he's trying to send. There's one part of the video that I thought was cool too. At the very end, he gives us this quote from Martin Luther King saying this. So the question is not whether we will be extremists, but what kind of extremists we will be. That quote is from Letter from a Birmingham Jail, which is pretty cool. So clearly Vince is trying to tell us something, and there's a lot of people who's deciphered this video. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. But if you look at the past few releases that Vince has been putting out, he's been tackling themes of mental health, black trauma, how do we deal with Black trauma. He's been talking about family and what family does to us physically and mentally. He has been hitting a lot of different areas here recently with all of his albums, Dark Times, Ramona Park, even the self-titled album. He has really been going deep into the rabbit hole about what's going on with us as Black people, how we should handle these things, where we're going. After this video, he announced his newest album called Crybaby. If you see the album cover, I think you know where he's going with this. It looks like it's going to get political. I am all for Vince Staples being able to give us these types of messages in the music. We ask for it on a regular basis, and then we get mad when it actually comes out. I love the fact that Vince Staples is standing on his square, and I love the fact that Vince Staples is going to give us this music whichever way he wants to give it to us, and we need to accept it the best way we possibly can. I'm tired of everybody having this opinion about hip-hop, being mad because they're saying that this doesn't give us anything. Everybody, only thing people talk about is trapping or popping bottles and being in the club, and people keep saying there's no substance. But when somebody like Vince Staples comes forward and gives us substance, we're upset about how he gives it to us. I'm just not feeling that right now. I was not a big fan of the Dark Times album because it's so fucking sad and it just brought my mood down and I was so just down about it. I'm not saying that it was a bad album. I'm just saying it just wasn't for me. Crybaby, I'm going to be open-minded about it. I'm going to make sure I listen to it. I want to be able to support Vince and whatever he's doing because I think he's one of the most important voices that we have in hip-hop right now. And without him, we don't know nothing. We just dumb niggas walking around here laughing. And I want us to be able to understand the message and get a better feeling for what he's trying to put out there. So I hope you guys have watched the Blackberry Marmalade video. I hope you guys look at it as deeply as a lot of other people are, or as how I'm trying to look at it. Clearly, he's trying to send a message to us. I think the pushback is unwarranted. I think we need to be supporting stuff like this more. It's visceral, but sometimes an extreme message has to have an extreme visual to be able to get the point across. All right? And that's what we want at the end of the day. Let me know how you feel about the new Vince Staples video down in the comments, and let me know how you feel about this new album. Are you going to listen to it? Do you think it's going to be something that you're going to get with? Do you think Vince is crazy? All of those things can be talked about down below in the comments. I would really appreciate it. If you like what I do, because what I do is not very easy, make sure you guys pay me in a comment, pay me with a like, but support me with a subscription. It would mean the world to me. It'll make the channel bigger than the sun. I appreciate you guys showing up once again for the episode. Take care of yourself. I love you. Peace out.
She just kind of fucking with my money, but I meant everything I said, and I say it again.